Okay, we're looking at the distance formula and we're finding the distance between 2 points. Let's go ahead and move on over to the graph. And let's take a look at the point 0, 1 and the point 5, 10. Okay, so let's find that. So x is 0, y is 1. X is 0, y is 1. So each one of these blocks, it looks like, is 1 unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So there's 0, 1. Now let's try to find where this guy lives. So 5, 10. We go over 5 units and up 10. And we want to find the distance between, we'll call this, you can call it anything you want. We'll just call it, we'll label it as P1 and P2 for point 1, point 2 here. Okay? So this one, we'll call it P1. P2, I think we labeled them as A and B in a previous problem. So we want to find the distance between P1 and P2. And what do? Well, we used, remember, this formula here. X of 2 minus x of 1 squared plus y of 2 minus y of 1 squared, and that was equal to the distance squared. But to get rid of that, we square root both sides. Okay. Now, in the very first video, I called this delta x. Do you remember? And I called this guy delta y. Because in math, delta means the change. Okay, usually in algebra and in calculus, this delta is known as, the delta x is known as the difference between x's, the difference between y's. Okay, so I might as well go ahead and introduce that now. Well, let's go ahead and find that difference. So here's our, remember, we'll label this as our x of 1 and our y of 1 here. And this will be our x of 2, y of 2. Okay, so where do we want to write that? We'll just start it over here. Okay, so x of 2 minus x of 1. So this is our x of 2. So 5 minus 0 squared plus our difference in y's, 10 minus 1 squared, and what do? We square root the whole thing. And that is going to be our distance. So 5 minus 0 is 5, and 5 squared is 25. 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 squared is 81. And we square root it. Okay, so we have 25 plus 81. And what does that give us? 106. 106 would be our distance. And you might be able to break that down. I don't know, there might be a square in there hiding out. I'll let you figure that out. Okay, if I had to approximate this, it was like 10.2956 or something like that. What else? Let's see. Let's work another example. Okay, so we're going to need to. What are we going to need to do here? Clear. We need to clear. Okay, so let's take a look at another example real quick here. All right. Let's see. I think we're going to need to zoom out on this one. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. That might be too much. It's possible. Let's take a look at this one here. Whoops. Negative, actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and go to the, let's go back here. So the points are going to be -3, -10, and 1, 20. Okay, so we want to find the distance between these 2 points. So we're not going to plot them this time. All right, so what is it again? It's the change in x squared plus the change in y squared, and the whole thing is square rooted. All right, what is that change in x now? Now we're going to do it this time. We're going to do this one first. So -3, just to show you that you can, minus 1 squared plus -10 minus 20. Okay, so whatever the order you do it in, you got to make sure you're consistent there. We've been doing x of 2 minus x of 1. This time we're doing x of 1 minus x of 2. So it doesn't matter. -3 minus 1 is -4. -4 squared is 16. -10 minus 20 is -30. -30 squared. The heck is that? 30 squared is 900. And then we square root the whole deal. Okay. And then we got 916, I believe. Yeah. 16. I'm over here checking, making sure everything's good. Okay, this could probably be broken down. 916. I think we can rewrite this as 2 times the square root of 229, I believe. Let me check that to make sure. Yeah. All right. Okay, so we didn't need to look at the graph on that. Don't need to look at the graph. What about this one here real quick? The distance, we're going to say the distance is 20. Okay? The distance is 20. We're given x. No, we don't know what x is. We're going to call it x. We don't know what that first coordinate is. But the y coordinate is 1. And then we are given the other point, 10, 20. And we want to solve for x in this problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug everything in. So remember, distance is equal to the square root of x of, now this doesn't matter, but we'll write it like this, plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay, so our distance is 20, is equal to, now I'm going to go ahead and square both sides to get rid of this square root. Okay, this is our x of 1, this is going to be our x of 1 here, and our y of 1, x of 2, and our y of 2. Okay. What we don't know is this guy. So this is our x of 1. We don't know that one. This is the one we don't know. All right, x of 2 is 10 minus, we don't know, squared plus y of 2 is 20, y of 1 is 1, and it's squared. We got to solve for x of 1 here. All right, let's go ahead and get this one. 20 minus 1 squared is 19 squared. 19 squared, which is 361. And let's go ahead and do 20 squared. That's going to be 400. Okay. So we're trying to solve for x of 1. So let's take out subtract 361 from both sides. So we have 400 minus 361 is equal to 10 minus x of 1 squared. All right, 400 See, that's 439, right? 400 minus 361 is 39. To get rid of this square, we're going to square root. Square root both sides. So this becomes square root of 39 is equal to 10 minus x of 1. All right. Now, usually when we square root both sides, we'll write a plus or a minus here. And I guess we'll get to that here in a second. Let's go ahead, take this, add x of 1 to both sides. Let's just switch places with these two. Okay, take this one over here, that one over there. So this becomes x of 1 is equal to 10 minus the square root of 39. 10 minus the square root of 39. Okay, so let's take a look. So if we go 10 minus the square root of 39, what does that give us? Let's see here. Let's just get an approximation on that. 3.75. This is an approximation, so we do some squigglies here. Okay. Now the question is this a plus or minus? In other words, this would be a minus and there would be a plus. So that's something you need to figure out. And the way to figure that out is you come back up here, you plug this in. Okay, plug our answer into this. All right, this whole side right here should equal 20 squared. Okay, so check both of those, the plus and the minus. When you plug it in for x of 1, you should be equaling 20 squared there. Okay, so I'm going to let you, that's your homework problem. I'm going to let you figure that out. Alright, other than that, this has been kind of a long video. I think we're going to go on into midpoint in the next, finding the midpoint between 2 points. Okay, see you there.